Hello traders, this is a technical analysis video for XNA. In this video, I will talk a little bit about how to predict price with TA. I will also give you a chart example. And in the final part of the video, I will talk about the exchange listing. Now, I don't do clickbaiting, so if you are here for a figure or for a price, you should know that there is no way I can give you a ballpark, even a ballpark figure or a price right now. So if this is what you came here for, I'm sorry to disappoint and you can move on. Now, I want to talk about price prediction. First, why do we need to predict price? The first reason is to evaluate whether an investment or a trade is worthwhile, meaning what am I risking and what is the possible reward. The second reason is to gain peace of mind, meaning to alleviate fear. The third reason is to plan for the future, meaning hope. Out of all these three reasons, only the first reason is valid. Okay, you need to predict price to evaluate if the trade or the investment is worthwhile. Otherwise, there is no reason. We don't predict price to gain emotional satisfaction. Okay. Now, what are the cons of predicting price? And this is it maybe will sound a bit woo-woo for you, but it is important. Predicting price limits your potential. Meaning that if you are in, for example, on XNA, and in your mind you have decided to sell XNA when it will reach 20 cents, you are setting a limitation, you are setting a boundary for yourself. Who told you that 20 cents is the top for XNA? Maybe it can go to $1, maybe it can go to $2, maybe only 10 cents. So don't limit your potential, because the truth is that no one really knows what the price will do. No one. Okay? Now, the basic premises of TA are three. First is that price action discounts everything. Price is king. Second is that price moves in trends. And the third is that history repeats itself. So what is the conclusion? The conclusion is that predicting price requires at least some chart history. What are the tools that we have as technical analysts to predict price? We have classical charting patterns, Fibonacci tools, trend lines or trend channels. We have waves, whether it's Elliott waves or Gann waves. We have log regression bands. We have mathematical models, and we have fractals. But all of these tools require price history, and I will show you why in a second. Okay? But you may ask me, so what do I do with the uncertainty that I feel about my trade or about my investment? And it's not necessarily related to XNA. It could be any other thing, any other instrument that you are trading. The only advice I can give you is first to trade with the trend, meaning if the asset is in an uptrend, go with the trend. Don't try to be smart and to short it. The second advice is do not risk more than you can comfortably lose. Meaning that if your portfolio is $100, you shouldn't, at least in my opinion, allocate $50, 50% of your portfolio to a risky investment. And the third advice is to add to your winners, meaning that if you have an asset that is in an uptrend, you add in the pullbacks, okay? Or if you are shorting, you also add on the pullbacks, but the pullbacks are to the other side. Now, I will show you a nice chart example. You can see the date here, it's July 4th, okay? And this is the Caspa bull market prediction that I made. I'm showing this bull market prediction to you, not to show you how great I am, but simply to show you how I use simple tools to predict price, okay? These boxes I made with fib extensions. And this is the target that I had for Caspa from July. How much? 15.6. Let's look at Caspa. How much was the high, the latest high? 1545. So you don't need to get fancy with TA to predict price. I also saw this as a possible cup and handle, and eventually, big picture, it worked. Now, for the bull market prediction, I went through the charts and I looked for similar price action, meaning other coins that performed at their beginning like Caspa, and I copied the fractals, and this is a possibility. This is not a certainty, okay? So big picture, I was right, and you should always zoom out. And I'm not going to lie. There were a lot of moments that I was not sure if I was right, and there were also some wrong calls that I made. I'm not pretending to be someone that I am not. Here I was very baffled, okay? Here in August I expected a deeper retracement. So it is important when you are using predictive tools to zoom out and don't try to get into the nitty-gritty of the price action. So we have XNA here, and we only have one move. What I'm looking or what I'm waiting for, I'm waiting for this impulse to end. Then I'm waiting for the correction. I want to know how deep is the correction. Then I want to see another impulse up, and I want to know if the correction is more or less the same. When I will have this information, I will be able at least to draw a fib channel. You can see that I drew this fib channel. Let me show you. Not at the beginning. I pulled it from the beginning of the move, not to the first retracement. I went and I waited for the second retracement, and the second retracement already gave us pretty good accuracy. You see that it caught this move, and it caught this move, and this move. So in truth, whoever is giving you a number, and I'm in the Telegram chat, and I see a lot of numbers, but nobody knows for sure where price is going. But we, as investors, shouldn't limit ourselves. For example, a lot of people sold at 0.025. Why? What was the reason? Okay, because as long as the asset is in an uptrend, you shouldn't sell. Only if there is a change of character, I already talked about it in the previous video, then it justifies a sell. But you don't sell an asset as the price is going up. Okay? So I hope I'm not disappointing you, but I'm keeping it real. I don't have any incentive to lie or to deceive you. And the only advice I can give you is that you should put only as much as you can comfortably lose, because it's far, far from a sure thing. Yes, I'm bullish. How bullish I am? I'm bullish enough to buy XNA for my daughter, and I'm bullish enough to tell my son to buy XNA, but I'm not that bullish to allocate 20% of my portfolio for XNA. Okay? Now, with your permission, I would like to talk about uh, the MEXC listing. Not that it is particular to MEXC, but these are the realities of trading that you guys need to know. The first reality is that trading altcoins is a leverage play in and of itself, okay? Because when you buy a micro cap coin, you are already playing a leveraged game because it could go up 10, 20, 50, 100x, but it could also go to zero. So when you go on an exchange and trade with leverage, you just amplify your risks and you amplify your trading if it's good or if it's bad. And from experience, don't try trading a coin that has no chart history because you don't have enough data to uh, to make good decisions. Support and resistance levels are not yet solid. You don't have enough supply and demand zones. You don't know how the asset acts. When you buy a micro cap, you just buy and don't trade it too much because I'm sorry to say some of you will lose, okay? Now, you should know that the exchanges and the market makers are betting against you, the retail trader or the retail investor, meaning that for every buyer there is a seller and for every seller there is a buyer. And the exchange or the market maker, and I'm not talking about MEXC now. I trade on MEXC and I love this exchange. It's a very good exchange, but what I'm talking is true generally, not against any exchange, okay? Uh, Exchanges and market makers, they bet on you and they make the most money when you lose, okay? So what do? They entice you to trade. They offer you leverage. They organize prizes. They organize competitions. All of this is made to draw you in deeper and deeper and to make you make bad decisions or maybe not the best of decisions and to risk more money than you can lose. And this is a general talk. It's not about any specific exchange. It is simply the rules of the game. And frankly, I think that MEXC is a brilliant exchange. Seriously. But I just want to warn you guys, uh, be careful when you are trading, if you intend to trade XNA, and especially if you intend to trade with leverage, be very, very careful, okay? That's all I have for you on XNA. Of course that I will update you as the price progresses, but we have a long way here. The bull market is only in the beginning and we still have a long way to go. So you need to know that not every day or not every week is going to be like this week. And you need to be patient, okay? Buy some XNA, however much you like, put it in a wallet, and don't check the price every day. All right? Thank you very much for taking the time to listen, and I will see you in the next video.